Hi there, folks. It is another weekend of Mauritian racing. We've got a double header this weekend because we've got racing on Saturday and Sunday, and it's weekend 3 of the season, of the 2022 season. It's been a bit dodgy, the start of the season, but thankfully it's like a plane taking off and hitting a few air pockets, but now we're reaching our cruising altitude. And with me is Sebastien Staub of www.mauritiushorse.racing. Sebastien, you haven't been well the last week, but thankfully you're looking sprightly today and ready for a good weekend of Mauritian racing. Welcome.
Thank you, Nico. Yes, I wasn't too well after our show last week. It's been very cold here where I am, and caught a little virus, but much better this week. Yeah, thank you.
You've been busy putting together the mag for this weekend. It's obviously a thick magazine because it's got 2 race cards in it. And just give us a look at it and what people can expect to see. I'll give them details in a moment. That's Royal Wolf on the front page, right? You tipped that last week to us.
Yes, I did. And he brilliantly won with 62 kilos and destroyed Shahakbar and the others. But yes, brilliant horse. I think he's got a big chance to win the maiden, and he's a very good horse. We managed to get Sun Gajadars inside.
I saw that. I'd like to see him on this channel. I'm a good friend of Sun, and Mukund, of course, is his one son that regularly visits South Africa to the horse sales and seeking new talent. But I'd like to get Sun Gajadar on the line. He's a very interesting man, and that whole family's been in racing probably for as long as the 200 years that Mauritian racing has been around.
Absolutely. I mean, he's come out with some shocking news saying that, doesn't know how long, he will race. It all depends if MTC stays around. If MTC is not around, I think he will not carry on here. Look, it's very controversial what's happening here in Mauritius. A lot of people are for the new organizer, others aren't. I mean, it's a tug and war between 2 clans. That's all it is. A bookmaker and then other owners and trainers. So look, at the end of the day, everybody's got to eat, and some don't have choices. They have to go with where the money flows.
So away from the actual politics of it, the sad passing of a very good man, Gilbert Rousset. And I want to pick up on the story because you cover it in your mag too. He was champion trainer for many years. A wonderful guy. I had a number of meetings with him, and he'd been sick for a while, but very sad to see his passing in the last week.
Yes, that shook everybody on early hours of Wednesday, and they had a amazing funeral here not far from where I am in the center of Mauritius. Today the People's Turf are organizing a giant poster of Mr. Rousset inside the paddock, so we'll discover the whole ceremony today, with flowers and a minute of silence. So yeah, he's gone. It's a big shock for everyone. I haven't seen Jenny Dirodis, pay his tribute on Twitter.
Yes.
I mean, all the ex-jockeys are just, everybody's just very saddened by this big loss for the industry.
What happens with his stables now and with his racing yard? I mean, what goes on with that?
Today they're not. This weekend they're not going to race, obviously, because it's they decided not to race any of their horses. Look, it's been said since the beginning of the year that this would be the last season of the Rousset stable.
Okay.
And apparently this is what we've been hearing. I didn't get any confirmation from owners, but they've been telling all the existing members to find other stables that this was the last year they're going to be racing under his colors and name. But Sudesh, I believe, is not going to take on the flag, unfortunately. We never know. Well, let's see how it goes. I mean, like I said, it's a new era for one. It's a sad one for the other. I mean, the passing of Mr. Rousset, well, kind of, closes a bit of a big chapter.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in the MTC. We don't know how it's going to go with the MTC. Are they going to be able to manage this season with 20 meetings alone? Is that going to be enough to repay the loans? Look, at the end of the day, let's see what happens. It's all new for everybody. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, a very good trainer, Gilbert Rosset, a fine horseman, a wonderful guy too. And I must tell you a quick story about him, a quick funny story actually. He came with a couple of his owners and I think his assistant to Cape Town, to the Met before lockdown, to the Cape Met in Cape Town. And I happened to be at Kenilworth Racecourse picking up my tickets, and he arrived to pick up his tickets. And he arrived at the same time. And then he said to me, Nico, I need to go to a stud farm today, and I need directions to the stud farm. It's situated an hour outside of Cape Town, a place called Aventur Stud in a place called Somerset West. So it's an hour's drive from Kenilworth. And I said, Gilbert, you've got to be a very lucky man. He said, why? I said, because I'm actually going there right after picking up my ticket. So I'll wait for you and you can just follow me to the court, from the racecourse to the stud farm. And he said, Nico, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, put it this way. We got there about 2 hours later because he was following me on the highway to Aventur Thoroughbred Farm. And when we got there, he got out the car and we got there, we had lunch all together and whatever it was. And he turned around to me and I said to him, I said, Gilbert, you're driving. He says, yeah. I said, it normally takes me an hour. I said, I thought that you could drive as fast as your horses can run, but you need to make sure that, you drive as fast as your horses can run. And he really liked that. And he was a wonderful guy, really wonderful guy.
Yeah, no, it's look, I haven't had the pleasure. I've bumped into him once and that was it, but we've seen him on television so many times. I mean, I've got, my dad probably knows him very well and from all the years back, but no, he never shown any sign of, of sickness. This is what I really appreciate, even though we knew he was sick, we never saw it. He never shared any, kind of weakness or anything. So, look, may he rest in peace. I think he's going to be watching the races from up there, and who knows what happens. There's definitely going to be a Gilbert Rosset Cup coming up next year or this year, who knows. And let's keep Mr. Fabulous. This is how Ismail wrote a beautiful piece on him, and obviously I've just mentioned him in my editorial.
Yeah, well, you brought up the mag, and obviously you've looked at the cards over the coming 2 days. I just want to let people know that with the new organizer of the races, but let's talk about firstly your website. People that want to find out more about Mauritian racing will go to mauritiushorse.racing. Here is the website for you. This is what Sebastien set up. It's an all English website. You can get lots of information about it. Most importantly, you want to make sure that you can get the PDF file. There's also this trip that you've organized, this competition that you've organized now with a lovely prize of a trip to Rodriguez Island for the tipsters to come on board. And here's a look at some of your tipsters that are participating.
Absolutely. So basically, when you subscribe to a full year, so the annual package, you automatically enter this tipsters competition. And basically you need to be in Mauritius to win that. So it's open to everybody. If you're in Mauritius and you do win this, you get a trip to Rodriguez Island, which includes flights and accommodation. So that's a little plus just to get everybody on board. Last week, Dylan 07 did really well. He's actually the leader for this week. Annabelle is second, and then we got his Ilbro, who's anonymous tipster, who's third. So they're doing quite well. Yes. So basically, all you got to do is you go on subscribe, and then once you pay through PayPal, you will receive the magazine online. And it's going strong. I mean, we're getting a few subscribers each week. So it will come around. I mean, you know, we're only 3 weeks old.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fledgling business, and I just wanted to make mention of the fact that you can subscribe to Sebastien's magazine. I know that lots of South Africans are looking for information, looking for publications that they can follow, but you can find out more about it by going to www.mauritiushorse.racing. There's the subscription over here. You can go to find out more about.
If you click on the cover, if you click on the cover over here,
this one here,
yeah.
Okay.
And then if you go down, there's two more subscribers. Yeah.
So there it is. There, yeah. So those are the packages there. So you'll click on the cover of the mag for this week, and you'll see there the possible options, Sebastien.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and then whilst we're talking, the People's Turf is the new racing organizer. So if you go to this website, it's www.peoplesturf.com, is it?
Yeah, peopleturfclub.com.
Oh, People Turf Club, yeah, peopleturfclub.com. You'll see this particular one here. You can watch the races live.
Yeah.
You can also put through or have a look at their race card, and have a look at the training. This is a lovely website to go to. It's relatively new, and it is www.peopleturfclub.com. And Sebastien has also had a look at that and likes that pretty much too. Right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We've got racing on Saturday, racing on Sunday. So quite a bit of racing to go. Firstly, tell us how the jockeys are doing thus far. I mean, we've had 3 meetings now, or 2 meetings. So how are the jockeys faring? I mean, which are the jockeys to follow for this weekend?
Look, Ocharaz has done a hat trick on the first, the first two weekends. He's on the top of a leaderboard, so he's got a lot of confidence. He's a very good jockey. I really like Ocharaz. That's the local boys.
Yes, he's ridden here before quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, Rama winning the Duchesse is also one of my favorite jockey, and the jockey champion from last year, Bawan Suful, is also, broke the ice, like we said, and won his first race last week. So, look, I think those 3 are the ones. I mean, let's not forget Juwaran, who's just about to break his 400 win. I think he's going to make that little, milestone today. Probably he's going to win 400 races, so he's to follow as well. But look, there's some good outsiders. Sunaram is still an apprentice, so he's got the discharge of 3 kilos. So you need to keep an eye on him. A lot of horses on 59, 60, and he's riding some good horse at 50, 56, 55. So gotta keep an eye on him. But the international jockeys, we've got Anthony Andrews, who's back.
Yes, I see he's coming over now.
He's going to be with Patrick Mervin. I think he's got a good chance on Bull Phoenix. Bull Phoenix is dropping, benchmark, so I think he can. He definitely won in that benchmark. So let's just watch out. He could open his career here in Mauritius on that horse. Let's hope for him, because last time he didn't win anything. So let's hope that he does win a few this time. It will be a shame if he doesn't. Else, we've got a new Brazilian, the 3rd one to come and ride here in Mauritius. Michel Platini, he's here for Pritam Debi. So we don't know much about him. We know he's good. I mean, they tend to do really well here, those Brazilians. So let's see what he can produce.
Okay, so best bets today and tomorrow. If you had to choose a couple of best bets today and tomorrow, which way would you go, Sebastien? Let's talk about Saturday racing, then we can move to Sunday. Saturday racing, what are you thinking today?
Look, I think it's going to be again all the favorites should come through. I mean, the best bet for me are Mauritius.
The horse Mauritius, that is, yeah.
There's a horse called Mauritius for his beautiful horse.
Yeah.
He's destroyed his competition last year, and I think he's a banker. Emblem of Hope, the champion on 1999, holding the record. He's definitely going to blow them away. And I think Color of My Fate, who won on the first meeting, is definitely going to win again. So here's my 3 bankers for Saturday.
Okay, move to Sunday. What are your thoughts on the Sunday program?
Sunday program is definitely going to be. It's a bit of a hard one. It's not as easy as Saturday, but I'm going to go with Gordonstown as my banker. Gordonstown has been a 4-time winner last year. Is doing quite well. I think he's just going to start the season with a win. I really like Bye Bye Rocket. I caught him at 25-1 last year, so I had a good bet on that one.
He's done you a few favors before, eh?
Oh, Bye Bye Rocket is just a rocket. I think he's gonna blow away. I mean, it's a rematch with Gob Jewel. Last year, Gob Jewel was the hot favorite. I got a good tip on him, and Gob Jewel was my favorite, like everybody else. And then my friend said to me, "Look, Bye Bye Rocket was ready." And at 24-1, you know, you don't want to miss that one. So I had a very good bet on it. And look, because he's done me well last year. I'm going to go with Bye Bye Rocket. And let's give another one, Absolutis. We did mention him on the first week. So I think Absolutis with 1 run in the last race should take everybody home.
Okay, Sebastien, it's another weekend. Now, what's the state of affairs with regard to going to the racecourse for the public, for the general public? That's still on hold? We don't know where that's heading?
Look, the quarantine act is supposed to end on the 30th of this month. So let's hope that, month of July, we're back to normal. We really need it in terms of the magazine. We really need that little baby to be out flying. Because obviously nobody's going to the races. There's not much sales at the moment, so we are very confident that once the race course is open, we know there's about 200 to 300 tourists that goes there. Hopefully, we make a few sales, and then we're getting some youngsters following us. We're getting, like I said, people are subscribing, they're calling, they're asking where the magazine is for sale. So yeah, the magazine is for sale at all the super toads in Mauritius, as well as your normal newspaper retailer. So let's hope it picks up. We really want to go to the races.
Absolutely. Just hold it up again for me, because what I like about the copy is that it is a nice little small handheld book. It's the size of your hand, and it really has all that information, and you want something that's not too cumbersome when you go racing, and it's all in English. Just page through a couple of pages for us. There's lovely editorial, there's tipsters, and you can see exactly all about it. So please go to www.mauritiushorse.racing, and you'll find Sebastien and his team waiting for you and ready to welcome you on board. We are as proud as Clocking the Gallop to be associated with you, Sebastien. We hope that it grows and grows in stature. And we'll be feeding through you some information in the next 2 weeks to put in your mag on the upcoming Hollywood Bet Durban July, our 5 million rand race, which runs in exactly 2 weeks' time. We've got some strong thoughts on it, and we'll be writing some articles for you as well and putting it in there. But thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thank you, Nico. Have a good day.
All the best. That's Sebastien Staub from Mauritius talking to us about the weekend of racing up ahead. It's a double header this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.